Hey folks, I'm Dennis. Thanks for watching my video. Today I've got a small sandblasting job I'm going to attempt to do. I've got a school bell that we keep out in the yard that's gotten pretty rusted. I need to sandblast it and repaint it. So because I don't have the budget or the desire to spend several $100s on a big sandblasting rig, I ordered a cheap $30 sandblaster from Harbor Freight, and I'm going to give it a try and hope that it works. Harbor Freight had these on sale for about $30 if I remember right. It's got an aluminum gun with it, some instructions, and a hose and a bucket. You got to get an air fitting on here for your air compressor, so it's going to take a female fitting. What I always do, take a little bit of Teflon tape or some liquid thread seal, either one, 2 or 3 laps on there, or wraps on there. Pull it off. You want to wrap it on there clockwise from this direction so that it doesn't ball up on you when you tighten on the fitting. Snug him up. Then you just take this, the end of the hose, and it basically just pushes up on here, like so. So here's the bell I'm gonna sandblast, and the holder does like that, but it's pretty rusty. I'm not 100% sure how well this will work, but what I read online about this abrasive blaster is that coal slag, fine particle coal slag, works pretty well with it. So shopped around. Some of this abrasive stuff is really expensive, so you have to be careful what you buy. Tractor Supply in my area has bags of this coal slag, which is a fine grit, for I want to say it was $9 a bag. I don't have any idea if I'm going to need 2 bags or 1 bag or how much I'm going to need. I'll kind of gauge that when I get started, assuming it's going to work okay. You want to be real careful. You see how much dust there is pouring it, especially spraying it with the blaster. All that, you have to make sure you're wearing a respirator, and you need to make sure you've got on a minimum of safety glasses. I would recommend goggles or a face mask. That's what I'm going to wear. Is I'm going to wear a respirator and a face mask. All right, so I've got on my respirator. Your respirator is very important because you don't want to get silicosis, or I think that's what they call it. Got my gun set up. I got my safety equipment on. Let's see how it works. I'm running about 90 psi on my air compressor. You're going to get nothing at first because it's pulling from the bin. That works pretty good. Just make sure you have your PPE on because you can feel the abrasive blowing back on you. So already one thing that I don't like is it appears that that valve sticks pretty easily, so I'm gonna have to take the trigger valve apart and grease it. I gave this thing a pretty good try with this bell. When I first started using it, I had some trouble with the valve sticking and it not wanting to close when I let off the trigger. That problem went away after I used it for a while, and I assume that if it returns, it'll be easy enough to take this gun apart, lubricate that valve back up in here. There's a spring and a plunger and whatnot in here. Lubricate that a little bit and that'll probably take care of it. But after I used it for a little while, the problem went away. As soon as I let off the trigger, it stopped blowing air, so everything was good. The instruction book has got an exploded diagram of the gun and the bleeder valve that's over here. Did a good job. There's the bell after I got done sandblasting it. It's ready to paint now. I did the inside and the outside of this bell and the mount, and it was pretty heavily rusted, as you saw at the beginning of the video. And it's cast iron, so you know it takes a little bit to get the rust off of it. I spent about an hour, maybe 50 minutes thereabouts, and about 3/4 of a bag of that coal slag grit that I bought, and I'm pretty happy with it. So not bad for a cheap piece of equipment. So thanks for watching my video, folks. I appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up if you would, and subscribe to my channel. Check out some of my other videos. I hope to see you back soon. God bless you.